So the first thing we're going to look at is positive impact in the first 30 seconds. So in the first 30 seconds that someone meets you and you meet someone, they will have made judgment on you. As soon as they see you, they'll have made an impression on you. So it's critical that in those first 30 seconds when you walk into that interview, that you're doing everything that you can to give a positive impression, a positive impact. So, you need to think about preparation. I mean, I know this is obvious interview stuff, so I'm not going to dwell on it too long, but you need to have done your research, okay? Who are you meeting? How many people will be there? What position do they have? What position do they hold? Are you going to be working directly for any one of those people? Or is the person that you're working for not even in the room? So that when you walk in, you're prepared and you know what's in front of you. And as you shake hands with people, and we'll come to that in a bit more detail in a second, you're able inside your head to think, I know these, and clock them. Okay? Because it's really important to know who they are. And what's also really important is you know who the key person in the room is. Okay? And we'll come to how you can spot that, especially, I mean, if it's just one-on-one, it's relatively easy, right? You've got this one person, and that's the person. If you've got 3 people interviewing you, if you have some form of panel situation, who should you be really focusing on? And one of those people in the room will be the lead person. We'll come to that a bit more now. We can spot who they are. Okay. Can you see me? You can. I can just see your little head moving something. Alright. So positive impact in 30 seconds. So I've talked about preparation. You walk through the door, you hold out your hand, and they give it a shake. So I'd like you just to turn to the person next to you right now, hold out your hand and give it a shake. You need to shake your hand, I'm going to go over. It's really interesting, I was running a workshop about confidence actually. And as everybody came in the room, a bit different here because you all kind of came at different times, we all mingled around and stuff, but as everybody walked in the room I shook everybody's hand and I went over, I got my little notepad out, I wrote down everybody's name and I scored their handshake. Okay. And then as the programme went on and the confidence, and I started talking about some of the things we're talking about now, I said to them, and by the way, when you all came in, I scored all your handshakes. Everyone was like, oh my God, what was my handshake like? It's really interesting, like, what's your handshake like? It's so important. I judged whether I would send my children to a certain nursery based on the handshake of the woman who ran the place. One went like that, and the other went like that. Okay, I didn't even need to know anything else about the nursery. I just thought, well, if this woman shakes my hand like that, she's the one to teach my children. Okay, so it's really important. How do you shake hands? Kind of needs to be not too tight, but not too soft. You know, you need to think about how your hands are feeling. So if you've just turned up late, don't ever be late. Be loads of the time. Hot, sweaty, in your country, and you've got a nice, slippery, wet handshake. They'll go, okay. These are tiny little details, but they are the difference that will make the difference from you compared to anybody else. Okay, this is all we need to think about it. Here we go, some more. The first thing they do you know this takes the first 30 seconds, the first thing they do is have a visual of you. Before you even open your mouth, they've made an impression of you just on how you look. We've got some lovely people in some fantastically smart suits here. Great impression, right? You're not here for interviews, so nobody's being judged here. But if you're in an interview, it's really important. Yes, you must wear a suit, yes, you must wear a tie for interview. And a normal tie, she says. Plain shirt, relatively plain tie, not one with Mickey Mouse all over it, or Disney characters, okay? Because these things matter. Ladies, I've got some, any ladies got some ladies at the back. Okay, you need to be wearing makeup. Okay, it's kind of really important. And if you don't wear makeup, and I don't usually, she says with a smile, you need to learn how to put some makeup on because you've got to be wearing makeup. You've got to think about the clothes that you're wearing. Is your skirt too short, your heels too high, all of that stuff. Hi, come in, just come in and slide on in, it's fine.
Well, I'm looking for Washington State ratio.
Oh, well, not in here, but you can come in if you like. Farewell. Okay. Things like your bag. Is it open? are the contents of your bag spilling out as you walk in the room? If you want to get out a notepad and make some notes when you pull it out, what else is going to tumble out with it? Okay, how is it presented? Is it a scruffy, screwed up piece of paper, or is it a neat pad that's closed with a decent pen on it? When you get your pen out, if you're going to write something down, does it work? This is kind of simple stuff, right, but it really matters. Ladies, again, you need to have separate bags for documents and handbag stuff. Your handbag needs to be closed when you walk in. Interviewers don't want to see the contents of your handbag. Right? So it's a really important thing, so you need to think about it. You need to have polished shoes. Again, I'm hoping obvious stuff for everybody, you should kind of know these things, but are you doing it? And that's the question I really want you to think about. Are you really doing it? Or actually, have you had a really busy week and you've been on autopilot most of the week and you've got this interview coming up, and yes, the interview is important, but you know, I had to feed the dog and get the kids and do this and do that, and actually that shirt will do. So, you know, it's really important you need to think about it, because that's the first thing they see of you. Okay. This is the next thing that happens. They smell you. So what do you smell like? Right, it's really important. I was going, so, you know, do you smell clean or not? Have you got so much deodorant on or aftershave on that you're overpowering in the room or not? Okay? It's important. How's your breath doing today? Are you going to an interview at the end of the day when you've already had 5 coffees? And it's all just a bit sticky. I'm talking about some really kind of personal hygienic things. Have mints in your bag, take a toothbrush with you. Okay? Because there's nothing worse than shaking someone's hand and going, oh. Okay, so you've got to think about it. What do you smell like? Do you smell nice? Hello. Back into the interview today, I'm really So the first things that come out of your mouth need to be really well thought about. Clear, concise. What are your opening words? And how are you going to say them? Hello? No worries, not a problem. He's in. Okay, cool. You really need to think about it. What is it that you are going to say, and how are you going to say it? And how do you sound usually? Because actually when we all listen to ourselves recorded, she says, on the camera, we often go, oh, does that mean I sound like that? So you need to think about how that's going to come across in what you say before you even say it. The phrase in presentations is called regency and primacy. It's the first 30 seconds and the last 30 seconds. What are yours? And you need to really think about it. So are you going to have a row of pens in your pocket or not? I would say not. Okay? Think about all the detail. Ladies with jewellery, you're going to have really big earrings in and be covered in it or not? So that's the impression that you want to make and what's going to make you stand out. What is the vibe that you bring into that room? Because this is about feeling. So I've touched on how your handshake feels. It needs to be firm. You need to kind of hold directly. None of this putting on top or underneath. Have you come across this? Some people, when they shake their hand, they spin your hand under or they spin your hand over. It's all about power and who's in control. My hands are to be your hands are more powerful than you. Okay, it's really interesting to notice if people do that to you. It's quite interesting what they're trying to say through physicality to you. So your handshake needs to be straight on, nice and firm. Okay. When I say what essence, what sense, what vibe do you bring into the room, what's it that you create around you? What's the energy that you have? What are you bringing in there? You need to know so you can make sure you do it. So you bring in an arm-chill, laid back kind of vibe, or you bring in an excited vibe, calm vibe. What is it? And you need to know about it. So think about it. These are all the little things. You think, well, actually, I'm just me. I'm going to go in there and be the best I am, and I am who I am. Absolutely, and I'm not saying be anyone else. I'm just saying become aware of what it is that you're doing and how it impacts on other people. Because in those first 30 seconds, they will make a decision about you. That will influence. So you need to be aware.